Okay, good morning everybody. Um, so this is probably going to be the last video showing off the class in this sort of format. Um, so during the making of this character, excuse me, um, this is very late in the day for me. Just one. I feel a bit disheveled. Um, you know, women ain't shaved. Um, because I've essentially been doing like a night owl sort of thing. So I've been awake during the day, uh, awake during the night and sleeping during the day, and now it's like 10:25 for me. So this is going to be relatively quick. I'm basically just showing you off the character after I've been doing a bit of farming. I'm level 53. This is the second time I am about to do the Nether Lord. The first time, um, quite fun. It was the only time I've ever done it. This is the second time with upgraded gear, and also what I think is going to be the final um, release. So it's very unoptimized, and we got like I've been changing builds like um, halfway in between. So I started off doing a lot of pistol and sword. Did that through most of Act 1 and 2, and then probably around the end part of Act 2 I ended up getting a thunder gun, or thunder burst, or something like that. Rifle, and I started using it, and then I quickly got this thereafter. I'm still waiting for a better weapon. In fact, I'm currently wanting a Luparis, which is like crit damage, crit, fizz, like is really good for this build. And yeah, but until then, I've got this still. Um, and I'm constantly going between the different weapon types because everything is useful. So I also have the brass tacks, also got in Act 2, and bone breaker, also in Act 2. Act 3 ended up being like really short. It is a really short act, unfortunately. So I didn't really get much in terms of drops. And then all of this stuff, which I would say is like Act 4. I don't know if that is correct. Maybe it is actually Act 4. I don't know. But I basically reset the world until I got a full Dwarf King set. I didn't have this first time around. I only did it after I killed him. Then I reset the world, getting the cash and getting this. So I've got this, and it's pretty good. I've got this high life belt. I think it's high life. I'm still using this. I really need to find an upgrade. That's pretty much it. Dwarf King and kind of a cruddy belt and a cruddy amulet. So we've got Shadow Shot, powerful attack. So okay, so this wasn't finding it useful. Although to be clear, if I had taken the time to specialize in pistol damage specifically, I would have used these. As it happened, I ended up using the powerful attack in its many forms: punch, kicker, crack, and then powerful attack. Because of shield break, so that seems to be super important. But yeah, in around end of Act 2, I tried going for Snipe, or the original version of Snipe, and it was horrible. I then spent a load of time and made it awesome. So now it pierces, and as you can see, it has this kind of pseudo engineer mechanic. So this is the full engineer mechanic where you consume a focus and you get a direct buff. The new skills that I've made only consume, they don't give any additional buffs, and that is because we're trying to find a way of consuming the charges to get, because there is passive regeneration, so we do want to oh, I thought I changed that. Right, I've got to have another look at that because that should be an extra 15%. But, you know, regardless, doesn't matter. So, yeah, it's a way of managing passive regeneration. We have to think about what we want to use it with. Something else, like this overload, or this force field, both of which I found to be hugely important. Oh, and also shock grenade as well. All of those stuns and electrocutes and stuff like that. Got bullseye mastery for crits and crit chance, crit damage. Buffed up elemental attunements, so it's back at its original state with the damage, because 15% on most things wasn't doing it, so it just wasn't enough. Excuse me, God, I'll be going to sleep right after this. Aside from that, yeah, all of these are pretty good. Oh, and although they don't give a direct benefit, they do work for charge reconstitution. So, a couple of things that I found I was struggling with was a lot of burst damage from monsters. So I introduced charge reconstitution and blood hunger to actually fill that void. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, everything in there is pretty much the same, or as I said it would be in the last video. Also picked up Rampage as well to help the melee game. So this was a ranged game, but I'm probably going to start again and do a melee to just see how that is. But it should be good. I mean, it's basically the same as Engineer. So Engineer combined with Rampage and like Elemental Attunement, Shred Armor, and Blood Hunger are all like additions to Engineer that would help him. So I don't see any reason why a melee variant is not already good. I haven't really changed any of the melee skills. The only difference is that we'd be using these primarily over this. So this is really good for pistol and one-hand damage because it combines the damage. But this obviously is a two-hand build. But this is like bigger AoE and stuff like that because of the range of 200 weapons. So that's good. With runes and jacks, this is something I found when the stream ended, and so I did the stream on Discord all the way up to Netherlord, and when I was rounding down, or winding down, sorry, to go to bed, I found out finally how to do various things with minions, including increasing the number or decreasing for spider mines. So these now have a max of 9 that go out, which is effectively just my basic as arse OCD at work. And yeah, gun butts actually get 2. I've always thought gun butts should be 2. Currently with the tier 2 bonus, they're doing triple shots, so they're clearing a lot of the screen. Now, this is coming from my Path of Exile experience. I'm just bringing in stuff from there. Very often, if you're doing any sort of minion build, you are using something called Spectres, and you are typically... So, Spectres, basically, you raise something from the dead and it fights for you. Forever, there's no like cooldown or anything like that. It doesn't die after a duration. Commonly you'll use something like ribbons, which is an enemy type that has projectiles, and you would basically put like triple or whatever the 5-shot one is, you know, and they just blanket the screen. And it's a lot of stuff happening, but it's just really fun. This is kind of like that. So the idea is not necessarily DPS, but to me, class building is about fun. Okay, we can balance it later. At the moment, it looks great when you see all of these bullets just flying around. And yeah, that is absolutely great. The other thing I did is I added plus 30% attack and movement speed for 25 seconds flat on Sledgebot. And basically what that means is I couldn't figure out a way of, instead of destroying, do a buff. So after looking at it, I don't think it does it, or would ever be possible. But once you take into account just the fact that if you're going up about a boss, just recast, that's a suitable option. That mechanic has been used in many games. Again, Path of Exile, where you just resummon and you get a buff, and it just forces you to resummon. It's not a bad mechanic. It's just not necessarily 100% what I wanted. Still, it's okay. It's good enough. So that's pretty cool. The other thing, and last thing, nice quality of life. Two quality of life things. Number one, they do not die on warp, which means they are persistent through zones. Second is I have removed, have removed the class restrictions on items. So I was doing this manually at first, but then I noticed that somebody had already done it. So I downloaded it, uncompiled it, moved everything across, except for the stuff that I wanted to keep. So obviously I made sure to keep the pistols firing like rifles, That's super important to the class. And so, yeah, once that all went through and I had double checked everything, I compiled it again, and we are now looking at this version 1. I do not plan to change anything before release. This will probably go up today right after I finish, and I'm going to go to bed, and hopefully everybody on my Discords tells me that it's working when I get back on tonight. So that's the big explanation and showcase out the way. Let's go ahead and kill the Netherlord again. Hopefully luck out and get the thing that I want straight away. Say that, is this the last boss? I think it is. Okay, so what we want to do is get our that guy out, force field, go ham. Bearing in mind we are over leveled and we do have additional gear. Like good starting and game gear from the looks. I don't really know, but it's a full set. Do a fair amount of damage. There we go. Fun stuff. And we get the grammar, which is available next level. Ooh, exciting. So crit chance, glacial spike on target, big interrupt chance, and silence. Oof. Okay. So I might experiment with that. So it's going to be even more unoptimized. Oh. But yeah, that was a build. That actually went really quickly. But since then I've had like 100% chance to burn. That's pretty big. Like just guaranteed burn to proc more damage. Yeah, procs the fire part from that automatically. No, I mean, I think it was fine. It was normal, and normal's pretty easy. I'd say in the last, how many times I leveled up? Maybe 5 levels since yeah, that was it. 49 was, so that's four levels ago, was when I killed him the first time round. So in 4 levels since, worth of power. So bearing in mind, of course, that damage comes off player level in almost every instance. One of the few times that isn't true is things like snipe, that is entirely dependent on weapon damage. And this snipe's basically been carrying me because I haven't had a weapon drop in so long. So yeah, super fun stuff, super fun time, and I'm really proud of this class, and please download it, please have fun, please tell me what you think, because if it is overbalanced, like I haven't got an endgame, I haven't done any endgame in this game yet, so I don't know what it's going to be like late game. So tell me, because if it's that bad, if it's like too less, if it's too much, let me know. But ultimately the idea is that you are supposed to have fun. So that is the aim of the game. Okay, so are you having fun? I know I did. So thank you for watching. Thank you for if you've watched each of these videos in turn, thank you for following along, for giving me advice if you did so, and I happily wait for your reviews. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.